All right, I'm going to write body paragraph 4, and I'm writing it immediately after I wrote body paragraph 3. This works for me right now because it's early in the morning, no one is bothering me. And also, body paragraph 3 is fresh in my head, so I know where I want to go with body paragraph 4. If you take a break between your paragraphs, which is totally fine, just make sure you reread the previous paragraph so that you know how to make connections and how they flow. But I'm not going to do that because I just wrote it. All right, so body paragraph 4. Now, quick note, if you did not do the foil paragraph, then this would be 3, okay? Describe your character's turning point when they finally change, or explain the consequence of their refusal to change. All right, so I've been talking about Kambili and Amaka and how they don't get along. So I'm going to think about how when Kambili comes to Ansuka, Amaka and Kambili still don't get along. Amaka tells her mom that Kambili acted like a sheep in front of her friends. But the big turning point is when Kambili speaks back to Amaka. And so I am going to write about that as Amaka's turning point. Now, you might have noticed with my last paragraph, it's getting harder for me to write about Amaka without just like focusing on Kambili, because Kambili is the main character. But all this evidence I'm using could be used by you if you're focusing on Kambili. You just have to shift your focus a little bit. All right, topic sense. Okay, so I talked about how Amaka will inspire Kambili to open up and let her words flow out. All right. After the Christmas holidays, Aunt Euphemia hosts Kambili and Jaja in Ansuka, much to Martha's dismay. She is not pleased and time with the cousin she considers to be weird, and she goes as far as telling her mom that she thinks there is something wrong with Kambili. Right. I have to go and find that quote. So the first paragraph when they're, or the first chapter when they're in Sukkah is chapter 8. This doesn't happen until chapter 9, I don't think. It happens after Papa Nuke was already there. So is it even chapter 10? Let's go to the book and let's find out. Now, I know that it has something to do with leaves, that Auntie Fuma asks Kambili to help her prepare some leaves. So I'm going to do my Google search for leaves. I think it might be chapter 10. You want me to type in leaves? Okay, so I think it's chapter 10 because I scrolled for leaves and I didn't find what I wanted. So let's go to chapter 10. Let's find the leaves. Here we go. Kambili, I want you to help me do the aura leaves so I can start the soup when I come back. Aura leaves, I said so. Why Amaka burst out? Because rich people do not prepare aura in their houses while she participating in the aura soup. Okay. I'm gonna take this as my evidence. I think that it's on page 170. Okay. Amaka cannot contain her disdain for me longer in Kimberly surprised that Aunt Ifuna to help prepare the meal. All right, now this is a complete sentence, but I'm just going to put my quote right there. So I'm going to use a colon. Why? Amaka burst out. Because rich people do not prepare ora in their houses, nor to participate in eating the ora soup. Now, this is a weird thing because this is already in quotation marks, but I'm quoting it. So I'm going to put extra quotation marks around it. So there's 2 quotation marks. That's okay. That's how you do it. And then page 1, I already forgot. 170. Okay. Page 170. I have a double and quotation marks too. Okay. So this is Amaka bursting out at her. Now I'm going to explain it. And I'm probably going to use another quote in this paragraph because Cambili's response is important. Now, you could, if you want to use more than one quote, you can. You can also paraphrase. I've been mostly paraphrasing, but I think I'm going to use 2 quotes in this paragraph. Cambili clearly expects Aunt Ifuna to jump to her defense, but instead, Auntie tells Cambili to talk back to Amaka because she is clearly frustrated with Cambili's silence. Right, now let's go back to the book and find what Cambili actually says. Okay. So what Cambili actually says isn't as important, I think, as this thought. I did not know where the calm words came from. I did not want to look at Amaka. Okay, so I'm going to take this. And this is still page 170. Cambili tells Amaka not to yell at her and instead to teach her how to prepare the leaves. Then Cambili thinks Cambili finally spoke up. She is so afraid of the consequences of opening her mouth. However, this is the moment when Amaka starts to change her attitude about Cambili. She responds with laughter and proceeds to show Cambili to prepare the leaves. This may seem like a small, insignificant step. This exchange solves in ice in cousins was begins to realize he is not really a snob, is actually struggling with her confidence. Not uncover the mystery of these This paragraph is pretty long, but it makes sense that this would be a long paragraph because well, I stopped doing my analysis and clinching part for you guys. Let me show you. So analysis would be starting here, and my clinching it's gotten to the flow because I've been writing for a minute, so it's just all stuck together. All right, so it makes sense that this would be the longest paragraph because since the topic is how does your character change, and this is like the turning point, this probably should be your longest paragraph because this is the one where you get into like the meat of what you're talking about. Okay, so it makes sense for this to be the longest one. Now let's look at it all together. Let me copy and paste. Holidays, Auntie Fuma, both Cambili and Jaja and Silka, much to Amaka's dismay. She is not pleased to spend more time with her cousin she considers to be weird, and she goes as far as telling her mom that she thinks there's something wrong with Cambili. Amaka cannot contain her disdain any longer when Cambili acts surprised that Auntie Fuma asks her to help prepare the meal. Why? Amaka burst out. Because rich people do not prepare ora in their houses. Won't she participate in eating the ora soup? Cambili clearly expects Auntie Fuma to jump to her defense, but instead Auntie tells Cambili to talk back to Amaka. I'm going to change because I feel like I've said that a lot. As she is frustrated, I feel like I've also said clearly in the class, as she is frustrated with Cambili's silence as well. Cambili tells Amaka not to yell at her and instead to teach her how to prepare the leaves. Then Cambili thinks, I did not know where the calm words had come from. I did not want to look at Amaka, did not want to see her scowl, did not want to prompt her to say something else to me because I knew I could not keep up with it. Page number. Then I analyzed it. Even though Cambili finally spoke up, she is still afraid of the consequences of opening her mouth. All right, so this sentence just rewrote the line from the book in my own words. However, this is the moment when Amaka starts to change her attitude about Cambili. All right, so now I'm getting back to the point of the paragraph. She responds with laughter and proceeds to show Cambili how to prepare the leaves. All right, now I'm clinching and tying all of this together, showing how this evidence demonstrates a change. While this may seem like a small, insignificant step, this exchange thaws the ice between cousins as Amaka begins to realize that Cambili is not merely a snob, but is actually struggling with her confidence. Okay, so now I show why this has changed. Amaka has a realization. And then I'm transitioning to what I'm going to write about next by saying Amaka will not fully uncover the mystery of Cambili's silence until Cambili's second trip to Insuka. Okay. And if you remember from the book, the second trip is after Papa puts Cambili in the hospital. So this right here is signaling that my next paragraph is going to be about Cambili returning to Insuka after Papa beats her and when Amaka realizes that. All right, so that was body paragraph 3 or 4. I hope this is helping you. I'm going to link to this document. I'm also going to make another document where I just have all my paragraphs without the notes and stuff, if that's more helpful to you. And it's almost time for me to get ready for Zoom.